Hello, beautiful people. It's Mai here from Nintendo Life, and once again, I'm not alone, and once again, I am joined by the ever wonderful, lovely, jubbly Jim.
Wonderful and lovely, jubbly. Oh, what a treat. Yes, I'm back again. Hello, Mai. Thank you for inviting me back once again.
Always happy to have you here, and I am genuinely very excited about what we're going to talk about today. You went to go and play Orbitals early, didn't you? Or at least a little bit of it.
Yes, I did. I played about 50 minutes of Orbitals, and it was so much fun. I cannot wait to play more of Orbitals. Like, the best summary I can give of it is that at the end of the preview, when they said, your time is up, please stop playing, the whole room, including me and my co-op partner, went, no! Like, we were all so sad to stop playing the game. It's so much fun.
It just looks so... I mean, you mentioned it in your preview, but, you know, we grew up with these kind of animes and stuff. You know, I have definitely a 90s anime lover still as well, and the art style itself just... It's so endearing and gorgeous, but I'm really curious about the gameplay. Like, we've seen some stuff about the gameplay trailer that the devs released, and, you know, we've had some other trailers come out, but hands-on, tell us all about it.
Yes, yeah, so if you're familiar with, like, a Hazelight Studio joint, like It Takes Two or Split Fiction or A Way Out, then this kind of gameplay will be familiar to you. It is co-op only. You each control one character in a split-screen kind of setup, and the gameplay follows a similar kind of format to those Hazelight games, where sporadically over the course of your play, each of you will be given kind of different abilities, and then you have to use those abilities together to solve problems. For example, things that I saw in my gameplay session, and I saw loads of them because much like the best kind of Hazelight sections, the mechanics are introduced so quickly that nothing ever feels stale. Things that I saw a one gun that fires water and one gun that can open up hatches. So if you need to, I don't know, put out a fire in an engine room, that's how you might do that. I saw like laser beams that can melt metal, and then beams that guns that can kind of bend metal, which is some really fun. Leads to some really fun kind of environmental manipulation. There are guns that fire electricity and guns that fire bombs, and there's a lot to get through. And one of the things that right from the jump I really enjoyed is that it's none of those abilities are ever forced on either character. It's up to you which ability you take at any point, which is something that I really like. Things like It Takes Two are great in that, as I say, they kind of move on so quickly that you never feel that you're getting left out for too long. But with this one, with Orbitals, the fact that you're always swapping between these guns and these abilities, and you can choose which one you pick up, means that you and your co-op partner can have a discussion about, oh, I want to be the water gun this time, or I want to be the one that can bend metal. And that's great, because while the abilities are always built to be equal and built to be equally fun, there's always one that you're going to want to prefer to play with, right? And you can swap them around as you go as well. So, you know, that's a really good time, and it makes for so much fun.
And it almost reminds me of, like, you know, when you're a kid and you're with a sibling and you're stuck with the dodgy controller, and they're stuck with they got the good one. So at least now you can kind of like swap about that. I love that. Like, I don't play enough co-op games these days. The last time I tried playing a co-op game with my other half, he got annoyed at me because it was Halo 3 and I ran ahead, and I've played it so much. So it'll be nice to play something that's a little bit different like this, where you're actually cooperative together, actually working together towards well, in this case, running a ship, isn't it? So, but tell me more, like, how does it run? That's the thing that I'm really curious about, because, you know, with this kind of art style, I question what it's going to be like, you know?
Yeah. So much like something like Spider-Verse or like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, this kind of adopts that intentionally choppy style. It dedicates itself wholeheartedly to the source material, which in this case is, like you say, 90s sci-fi anime. If you like original Dragon Ball, or you like Cowboy Bebop or Sailor Moon, then this is all, or Outlaw Star. This is all for you. I know that all of these things are ticking all your boxes. this is very much for you, and the team has really dedicated themselves to that. So what that means is that the game runs intentionally at 24 frames per second to make it look like one of those original animes, while background details will run at 12 frames per second, or sometimes they won't even move at all. You know, like when you get a big overview shot, some things won't be moving, some things will be moving at 12 frames per second, and all of this is very intentional. The same thing applies to the characters, the two main characters, and their movements. When you run downstairs, one of them has like a fun little Naruto run. One of them dodges a bit like Sanji from One Piece. He's just very cool, hands in pockets, long legs. It's great in terms of aesthetics, and people like me and you knew that we were going to be on board with it anyway, just from the very first time we saw it. I want to say the Game Awards last year was the first time that we saw it. But even those that are kind of on the fence about it, like, it plays exactly as you would want it to, and that is wonderful. If it ran at 60 frames per second, it wouldn't look quite right. But it runs completely smoothly, and exactly as you would want it to run and look.
I love it when studios like intentionally make choices like this. So like I'm a huge fan of stop motion style games as well. So we have, is it Out of Words that's coming out this year or next year? Whenever it is, that's another game I'm really excited for. So the fact that they have intentionally decided, no, we want to capture the vibes of what it's like in like the 90s style animes and bring it to the Nintendo Switch too. I'm getting goosebumps. That's how excited I am for this. Like, as a child who grew up in the 90s and being able to kind of recapture that, sign me up, baby. Sign me up.
Yeah, it's awesome. And I do think that there's something for a lot of different groups in here. If you like co-op games, you're going to really enjoy this. If you like anime, you're going to really enjoy this. If you like just sci-fi in general, you're going to really enjoy this. There are great moments where to kind of get between levels or between objectives, you both hop into your ship and fly off. The ship itself, though, you fly it. One of you mans the guns and one of you mans the ship controls, a bit like a Han and Luke kind of situation in the Millennium Falcon, which is great. Like, it means that you're talking and you're constantly conversing and barking demands at each other, even when you're getting between levels. One of the things that I really like as well is that while you're in that ship flying around, you don't both have to be like on the money all the time. If you're manning the guns and there's nothing to shoot for a while, you can leave your gun posts and your half of the split screen will become you in the ship, and you can wander around the ship and do whatever you'd like while the other one focuses on the road. And likewise, if you don't want to fly for a bit, then just back out of the controls and leave the other person to come and take over.
That's incredible.
It's so very charming. I wish in the preview that I was at, there was quite a lot of journalists in there, and we didn't have headphones for it, which meant that I was only catching snippets of the voice acting and of the music. The tiny bits that I did hear sound wonderful. If you're a fan of like synths, you're gonna be fine. It sounds great. I would love to hear some more of that, and I'm sure that's going to be on a firm rotation on my playlist when we get the full soundtrack later on.
So we know it's a co-op adventure, right? Is it stuck to local co-op, or can you do game share? Can you have online, or is it very much like the It Takes Two and all that jazz?
Yes, great question. So I played it in the preview in local, but you can also play via game share. So if you have another pal online and you want to hop in with them, then you absolutely can. It was great locally because it's one of those things where, you know, you need to be shouting orders at each other all the time. But also through the magic of game share, you can do that. You can do that with your camera if you want, even with a Slippy Toad AR filter on your face while you do it. You know, why not?
That's perfect. Oh, jeez. Okay, well, I've found a replacement game for Pacopia with me and my friend Lottie now. I will have to make sure that she plays this with me, or I can just get you to play with me. Please. It'll be fun.
Oh, yeah.
2 Slippy Toads. Oh, man, I'm so excited for this, and I still can't go over how gorgeous it is. The fact that it sounds like it runs well. It sounds like it's a good time. It's fun, like story wise. People would be mad not to get this game, especially if you're a fellow like anime kids like us.
The thing that was the real kicker for me is that I asked how long of a game it is.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they of course couldn't give me a specific answer, but they said that we're talking around 10, 12, 15 hours. I think if it's the lower end of that, if we're talking 10, 12, I think that would probably be perfect, truth be told. There's a section in It Takes Two where the book comes and it rips up your objective into 4 pieces. And I remember thinking at the time, 4? That's too many pieces. Like, I'm already 12 hours in. Let's wrap this up. So I'm hoping that it'll be more of a 10, 12 rather than feeling really stretched out. That's the only thing. That's my big hope after this preview, is that the game can keep innovating, that it doesn't get stuck with here's another puzzle where one of you has to pull something and one of you has to, I don't know, spray it or blast it. And I'm sure that it will. From the 50 minutes that I saw, it kept things fresh, and we were just embarking on some kind of bomb chucking mission right as the thing ended, and it really did feel like your mum coming in and telling you, that's it, it's time to go to bed. The way that the whole room gave like it
That's
was
such
a
good
good
sign
time.
though, isn't it? I mean, also like on the note of how long it'll be, less is more, in my opinion. I mean, you have games like Pragmata's one game that I played recently, that was 9.5 hours for me. That's all I needed. Like, it just, I think that's possibly a reason for that as well. I mean, games 20 years ago, 30 years ago even, like, weren't the 30-hour games that we get these days, and sometimes you can get gaming fatigue after a while. So short and sweet. I like the idea. 10 to 12 hours.
Absolutely. And developer Shape Farm has worked on some like licensed stuff before, but this is their first original IP, and you can really tell that like they're pouring a lot of passion into this. So I trust them. From the little I've seen, I trust that they'll get in, tell the story they want to tell, and then get out. And there is some story to this as well. Like I was saying, I couldn't really keep up with some of the dialogue and music because the room was all so busy. But yeah, there's story. There's fully animated cutscenes that just feel like, you want to sit under a blanket and watch them. There's some meat to this as well, I think. I hope that this is going to be the kind of thing that I become fully obsessed with, because as I was playing, I was already thinking how much of a great time cosplayers are going to have with these characters. How
Make
much
a full
of a great
anime
time.
of it.
Absolutely, a full anime. I want the fan art community to take this and run with it. I think that we could have something really special on our hands here, and it's a Switch 2 exclusive, which feels right. This system where you can pop it down at your favorite rooftop party or wine bar, like they do in the trailers,
or on a plane,
or on a plane, or under like a motorway, and you can play it wherever you want. And that feels right. It feels good.
Oh, fantastic! Oh, genuinely excited, but. What about you lot in the audience watching this? Are you excited for Orbitals? Are you fellow anime fanatics like us? Nerds, yeah, that's probably the better term for it. Are you fellow anime nerds like us? Let us know in the comments below if you'll be picking up Orbitals and playing with a loved one today out in space. Thanks again, Jim, for joining me once again. Lovely jubbly Jim for this lovely jubbly chat. And while you're at it, folks, why don't you grab a friend, get that gun, blast that subscribe button, and also check out nintendolife.com for more lovely jubbly bits and bobs. In the meantime, thank you all so much for watching, and have a good one. Bye.